Hi everyone, it's Straw Bunny, and this is another just kind of rant, not podcast, just something to throw out there. Because if I make it a podcast, I have to go through all the other kind of episodes that I have to publish, and I don't want to do that right now. So this is just something I can make, throw on YouTube, and call it a day. I am wearing my iconic pink, color. Thought it was really cute. Thought makeup would be very pretty today. You know. If it will focus, but I could give a makeup tutorial. I should do that. But hi. This is just a random just thing I want to talk about, which my episodes are supposed to be about anyway. Episodes my YouTube channel is supposed to be about anyway. I was gonna make Roblox video, a Minecraft video, and a Sims video today, but everything just needs updating and kept crashing, and that's something I don't want to think about because Canvas has already been down for a couple days. And if you don't know what Canvas is, it is a scholarly platform and tool that universities and schools through K to 12 use as a working kind of tool to upload, do your homework, yada yada. Got hacked, and I haven't been able to do my work, which I'm like, but also like, oh man, can't get to my educational prowess. But I'm so like, I like to be on top of my stuff, and this kind of like delayed it, and it also gave me like a minute to breathe and also just like chill and not do anything for a minute. Because I'm always too ahead of stuff, and I tend to just stress myself out. But yeah, the hair's looking cute. You know. I am gonna try to do like some gaming video today. I don't know. Something gotta give. Okay? Something's going to give. However, today I wanted to talk about the the importance of arts. And you're probably like, what? Basically the importance of getting an arts kind of degree, not just in what people broadly think of art, but something in social, like sciences, humanities, and stuff like that. Um, and I find it very important and just wanted to talk about this because a lot of people don't seem to be talking about it. And I feel like a girl wear bunny ears and a bunny tail and just wear pink should talk about it, because why not, you know? Um, but I see a lot of people getting their bachelor degrees in sciences, which is like, yes, go off, do you. But I feel like right this in this time and moment, we do need more people with bachelor degrees in arts. So if you've ever seen a BS in a major or BA in major, nothing like, I want to say from the bottom of my heart, it doesn't matter what type of degree you get, you put in the hard work and effort to get that degree, no matter how broad it may seem or how easy it may seem, you did that. Okay? I don't care what anybody say. A lot of people can do what you did. So please don't knock yourself short. Okay? And a lot of people you think that getting a BS is better than a BA in some degree, and if you're thinking about certain aspects, what's better for you? Like if you're thinking more money wise and stuff like that, not really, because there's a lot of BAs you can get a lot of more money with than a BS or a bachelor in science. Oh, bachelor in science. Um, but it made me realize that it's this kind of hierarchy when it comes to wording. And we've seen it through and through without media and the geopolitics and just how a government just changes the media and what it means just for politics in general, for a narrative to be changed just by the base of a word. And we give, like, it's just so impactful when I think about it. But not to get sidetracked or off what I'm trying to say. The main reason why I'm making this video is just to say that we do need more people getting degrees in arts because we need more people connecting to land and people and not just working just for money. We need people to realize they are not just an academic robot, they are human. And a lot of students tend to find that out when they first fail a grade and they start, thinking back to how they have human morals and values. And after all that studying or non studying that they did, they were like, you know what? I'm a human. It's okay. But I do think that, as a geography major who's getting a bachelor's in arts and not just sciences, because a BS will mean that I will have to through the GIS route, which is just geographical informational systems like your GPS and stuff like that, and satellites, and just more data analysis kind of esque. And a BA mostly works with people. You understand real people, real stories, real cases. You still get both kind of handed to you on a platter. But with a BA, you tend to work and understand people. You understand the land you walk on, the air we breathe, the water that we use up, and you become more grounded. And for me, it has made me realize how much time people are spending to universities and useless jobs just to feel like nothing. Yeah. A lot heavy for a girl wearing pink right now. This juxtaposition is just crazy. Um, that's not even the right uses for this right now. But you know what I mean. Um, it's insane a little bit. Um, I keep saying oh my goodness. Um, I just want to help people and support people the best way I can. And no matter what decision I make, I know the world's gonna make it work for me, right? And I just realized when I was like writing on my lovely chalkboard in the back and I was erasing some of the stuff off because we're coming down to where like school year is almost over. And I'm like, man, I'm about to graduate next year. And I'm gonna graduate with a bachelor in arts. And then it dawned on me, like, it's not a bachelor's in science. And it's like, it did make me feel like, oh, I didn't put in enough work. And it was like the easy way out a little bit. But then I like started to realize that everything that I did through all those courses was not an easy way out. Okay, staying up to 6 in the morning writing on this chalkboard with my carpal tunnel at hand over here writing and erasing and writing again. I think there's chalk in my brain from all that. To only learn that for 3 weeks, and not even like 3 weeks straight. You only have class and you have other classes. It's like there's so much to do. And it's like everyone in sciences, yes, give them harder kind of credit because it's like, oh, they're doing real work. But it's like, it's a real work working with people. And I feel like we've lost that sense of how much people mean to us and how far we have come to belittle people. In a sense, is that people don't matter much in the world anymore. And all we care about is money. Because even when I was a middle schooler, my parents were like, oh, you're going to be a doctor, you're going to do this so you can get money. And it never sat right with me because I was like, I want to do things and help people. And when I got in high school, I did sports medicine. And I was like, I really like helping people. Like, given the circumstance of you're trying to help, like, hormonal teenage boys that are just loud and just annoying half of the time. But I still like helping people, and I was good at what I was doing. UCLA doesn't offer the major I wanted, and going through the sciences, I was just like, I hate this. And I was just like, I can't do that. And I had to switch my major like twice to find something that I was really accustomed to and I really liked. Um, and I came into the art side, and I was like, I really like this. And it was on a different type of challenging. Not many people are good with people. And I feel like we need to start educating our kids to just be good with people. We have like deterred young adults to stop communicating and to stop like caring about our land and our earth and our bodies as a whole. We're eating so much junk food and red 40 and just inhaling so much nasty pollutants and all that. Some of us can change that fact because the color of our skin. And we're forced into red line communities and horrible district zoning that don't care about black and brown people. So there's no use. And some people just are beat at the fact and say there's no hope. You know, some people don't even try going off to college or getting another type of education or certificate. Some people who do try go into something they can make it out the hood with and get really rich and just like never have another decent interaction with another person. And I'm not saying all people are like this. Some people do go into the sciences to help genuine people and understand land and stuff like that. But there is some discourse with that where it becomes an experiment instead of experience. And that's where I fear where a lot of young adults are not going to be able to understand how to just communicate and understand people and land and how everything came about. And I'm speaking biasly because as a geography major, it's not just about, land and people, but it is on a base level. And I do understand what it means to want to do better for my family, to show that, in the generational trauma of being poor, right? It means so much as a black woman to do that. And it's like, if I don't make that much or make enough money, especially to live in the economy we live in today, then what was it all for? And I feel like a lot of people only relate that to being in the science kind of realm of it. And like, you have to like do things that don't make you happy in order to get a lot of money. And we see that. We see that today. We see that everywhere. And it's just upsetting. And we've like made it so like if you do want to pursue your dreams, and we've dedicated dreams to being childish and hobbies, that being an arts major or a film person or an actress or a singer isn't a real job. It's insane. It's dehumanizing almost to say that because that's what built and builds community. Science and technology, yeah, after colonization and pillaging, of course. But at first, all we had was each other. All you had was the stories to tell, the songs to sing, the art to display, the cultural kind of nuances that was happening in the community. There was just people. And I find it interesting that we have made that into that's not a real job anymore. Like doing art, painting, drawing, anything of that sort, or singing and dancing, that's not a real job because it doesn't make that much money. It's crazy. It's insane. We have learned time and time again, no matter how much hard you work or what job you are, you still will not get paid enough for what you actually do. So why not just do your dreams anyway? Oh, because this, excuses, 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 excuses. It's just insane how we have this timeline, or not even just timeline, but this, like, excuse me, this kind of like push when it comes to like high schoolers. In my experience, nobody was allowed to have like dreams. Everyone, like, oh, you're not gonna do that. You're not gonna make it. It made you feel silly to actually have a dream, to do something like you really wanted to do, unless you were really good at it, you know. But I feel like 50 years ago, being a high schooler was the time where you were supposed to be silly and have fun and still have this dream idea to do things like, oh, I'm gonna be an actress. Oh, I'm gonna do this. Oh, I'm gonna do that. And then you go to college to do that. And now we have made it to the point where I was going to school that, like, your dreams stop in elementary. In middle school, you need to know what you need to be doing. And in high school, you need to be pursuing that, like, said college dream. So by college, you're set. And I feel like we have pushed the idea of being a kid so far more down because of the generational trauma that has been passed on from my parents. Like, it's 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 heavy. It's a lot of weight to carry. It's a lot. it's 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 mind-boggling when time after time it's like you're not doing enough and it's always something added extra because whatever circumstance, whether you're a person of color, you're a marginalized community in some aspect, like LGBT, woman, short, like anything really, have some sort of disorder or disability. Like it's not enough, or you're not doing enough, or you took the easy way out. There's always something. And I find it interesting. And I'm gonna talk about an experience I had in one of my classes where another black person, a black guy, came up to me and was like, "Oh, what's your major?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm a geography major." And he was like, "Oh, what do you want to do with that major?" And I was like, "Oh, I just kind of want to, like, after I graduate, I want to travel the world and understand, what's going on. Take a minute back and just kind of figure out what I really want to do." And he was like, "Oh, I see." And he was like, kind of like, not judging me, but in the sense of kind of, "Oh, you shouldn't take that year, life is gonna catch up to you." And I'm like, why are you, hey, yeah, I know, you're trying to, like, act like I'm a kid right now. Don't belittle me. Like, what the fuck? And I was like, okay, right. He was like, "Oh, do you want to go into the physical sciences or like the social sciences?" And I was like, a little bit of both. But I'm currently going more for the social sciences. He was like, "Well, the social sciences are easier." And I was like, yeah, okay. And it was just this weird interaction where I felt like he was trying to put me in a box. Where it's like, I'm a black woman, I'm black, the intersectionality of me being black and a woman, where it's like, I get it. I don't want the easy way out. I don't want to take the easy route. I'm sorry. I'm going to choose this. I'm going to choose the hardest path and overcome that. And for another black individual to tell me to choose the easy way out says a lot. I understand my college can be a lot. It's a hard, kind of rigorous academic school, but I got in. I am built for it, okay? Jesus. It was weird, okay? It was crazy to me that another black person will tell me something like that, and I don't know, it didn't feel right. Especially just, we're supposed to be a community. What happened to lifting each other up? And ever since that day, I was just like, yeah, just because you chose the easiest or easier path doesn't mean I want to do the same. I don't want to take the easy route because then it's gonna seem like, you know, I didn't try hard enough. I don't know. Like, it was this weird. Anyway, from then, I knew that there is a big discrepancy and just, man. It was this big discrepancy of seeing someone's skin and, like, a school. It was just so much put together. I don't know what gave that energy that I, you know, didn't want to take physical sciences, but, you know, but it relates to what I'm saying, as a lot of people don't get their BS or bachelor in sciences, and I mean a lot of people of color do. But for someone to say to me that I shouldn't do it because it's hard and basically treat me like I wouldn't make it, put a damp in my love for geography. And no matter what part of geography I go towards, they are going to always interlap with one another. Um, and if you're confused of like what's the difference, why is there two sides, what's going on? Basically, social sciences and the social part of geography is, like I've been saying, communication with people, understanding how community kind of affects one another, and like the social privilege of just each society and community. It also dives down into like urban communities and suburban communities and all that jazz. Very much social sciences. It's still a science, but through certain, classification and labels, probably to keep a lot of people of color down. So they, whatever reason, it's considered, under the arts category in some institutions. However, physical sciences deal with weather patterns, mountains, how they're made, earthquakes, oceans, high tides, all that. I get the best of both worlds and understand both because I live in one of the most overpopulated states, and we have various like scenic areas and a lot of damage to our natural ground to understand how these physical changes affect us. So I'm in the best of both worlds. I literally did almost everything throughout all my academic career to the point of learning both physical and social sciences. And for someone to randomly just be like, do the easy route. First of all, I was born ready for physical sciences, okay? You know how much on my TikTok, there is so much wording and so much stuff on my TikTok that is me just writing on Halloween, by the way, to practice for an exam and study for an exam that I was ready for. Okay, I know so much about the El Nino and the El Nina and the high tides and the leeway side of a mountain. Oh, y'all could not. You cannot test me. Okay, I know my stuff. Okay, I love weather. I've always wanted to work for NASA. Okay, that was my dream since I was a little girl. Didn't matter if it was for the social science sides or the physical science sides. It didn't matter. However, the reason why I'm talking about this today is because we need more community. And that interaction made me realize there is not enough people talking and understanding, yes, life might get hard in the future, but you should pursue your dreams no matter what. We hear that time and time again, but I feel like people don't understand what that means until something happens. And where a dilemma happens where it's like, should I complete my dreams or should I just make money? Or should I just become an academic robot and forget that I have human emotions? I've seen it happen 100 times. However, I just think it is crazy the fact that there's so, and I mean so many controversies, I don't even know what to say, between like academic like hierarchy when it comes to having a bachelor in science or a bachelor in arts. It's insane. You still graduated, so like I don't care. But I just feel like some people just see having a bachelor in sciences better because it makes you more money, you look more smart, and it hurts a little bit. Where it's like, I got a bachelor in arts and I did so much work. Okay? It should be like, when I tell you I did so much work, I did so much work. Okay? So many tears, so much frustration, so many exams that did not go my way. Alright? So many so many waking up early in the mornings that I wish I didn't have to go through, so many staying late for an exam, so many study buddies. Oh, it was a lot, okay? And I feel like it's not gonna go away. Alright, the hierarchy. And I don't feel like the hierarchy. Okay, some of the hierarchy does come for students on campuses and, different prestiges. But I feel like most students really just don't care. Some people made it and some people didn't, right? But I just really think we need more people just learning about humanities. And I feel like a lot of people should take a lot of classes on humanities only because people just work like they're not human and don't talk to people like they're people. And that's a little redundant, but there's no other way to explain it. There's a lot of I think, that throughout this whole video. But it's only because I don't write these with a script. I don't. I'm human. Anything I say comes out of my mouth. Like, people might say, oh, you're not putting enough work in for your videos. I don't care. Okay? I'm just a black girl making videos to record her journey through college. And that's all it ever wanted to be. Like, I have bunny ears and a bunny tail on. Stop taking me seriously right now. But do take me seriously. Um, but it's a lot. And also record these to also how do I put to show people that I'm smart. A lot of people already know that I'm smart, but I feel like there's a lot of things. A lot of people think I don't know what I'm talking about. A lot of people think I don't experience things, and I think that's where we need to stop treating young adults like we don't know what's happening in the world and we don't know how it's affecting us. I know what's going on in the world, and I feel like our older generations our older generations are taking the stuff that's happening like a grain of salt. Like, half of the things that are happening is because of y'all. There's nothing in this cup. But yeah, this is almost 30 minutes and I'm going to stop it here and talk about something else. So, thank you for watching. I hope you have a lovely day. Mwah.